Damn. What kind of money we talking about?
Not much.
They said that black people would not go to see the movies, and they found that to be untrue. They also said they can't make money off of black films, and that was proved to be untrue. And everything they said, it just turned out to be the opposite.
Hollywood is always underestimating black people, you know, continuously. They did it in the 70s, they did it in the 60s, and they did it in the 80s, and of course they're doing it now.
People really want to make money off of films. And the inclusion of black people in our society was not there. We're excluded from most things of value. Therefore, Hollywood was really no different. But what they did is they took advantage of certain audiences that they discovered. They discovered there was a lot of money in the black community. And they had what you might call special markets. I'll use special markets instead of black exploitation.
Yeah, well, it was amazing. They thought this was some kind of a great discovery. Obviously, black people had always been going to the movies. But this came upon them, and suddenly they decided they wanted to make pictures geared for that audience.
I think it was really a great commercial step for the people like at Paramount Studios and all these other Universal to make black films, because they were so much in the red during that time, and they needed something to lift up the motion picture industry.
If you look at the charts at that time, Hollywood was in a slump you would not believe. And once again, we as a people came to the rescue. And they found, hey, these guys are going to keep the lights on. You know, if we just keep doing this, we can pay the bills until we get out of this slump.
There were over 300 films made. That's a lot of films in that period of time, and that's an enormous number of films. I don't think studios produce that many films now. But in one genre, over 300 films within a 5-year period, that they made a lot of money for Hollywood, for a lot of studios.
But for our pictures to have made money was a kind of a phenomenon because they cost so little to make. We're talking about pictures that were made for $450,000, $500,000, $600,000. I mean, these were very low-budget films, and they opened in the major cities, and they did business that exceeded what some of the higher-budget Hollywood product was doing. So everybody jumped on the bandwagon and started making these pictures.
The studios, which were in a terrible financial crisis, took those profits and then, made more, large white movies. So, it's a case of the profits from Superfly going to make Superman. The difference being there's no black people in Superman.
At least 3 studios were saved by Blaxploitation, that Blaxploitation time. So that was, of course, one of the main reasons that they did it. And there was a lot of money, a lot of profits made by the studios and the executives, not much at all by those talented, creative people that were in those movies.
Contrary to, I think, popular belief, the studios made most of the money from these films. I don't know that the producers or the investors did. I think the distribution setup, I guess even today in this country, the distribution setup is such that the studios will make the bulk of the money.
I mean, we did save Hollywood. I mean, talking about the fish, a fish didn't save Hollywood. Black folks did, and they did it with the 70s. They were making bombs like Thurwood, Martin, Millie, and Funny Girl 9, and Funny Boy, and they were dying. They were losing money. Studios were closing doors and laying off people, and along comes Sweet, I can never pronounce the way it is, but Melvin Van Peebles, and then Shaft, and these little inexpensive movies that made millions of dollars, and more importantly, it brought the people back to the theater in large numbers. Curiosity, championing the cause, it brought people to the theaters, and then all these other ones, and then soon Hollywood said, thank you guys, now you can go back to Poinsettia Park and play some basketball. We got it from here.
I'm not gonna hassle about bread. You know my price. I'll be at Jimmy's around 7 o'clock. Make up your mind, you call me there. Now get out. Two of you are fucking up a nice day.
Listen at them niggas. Don't argue with me, man. I'm trying to give you a chance. Now, you don't get me my money tonight. I'm gonna put that young girl of yours out on Horse Road.
Listen, Prince, that's my wife you talking about,
so
man.
what? Now, somebody's going to work tonight, Freddie. You really shouldn't have fucked with my money, Freddie.